I will explain. This page got enabled to get sign $1 billion company, enterprise level company, and also be able to get 8 qualified calls in under a week. And this is all entirely I will explain you. I'll go through each of the process we did for Supergrow to build their 2.0 page. Basically, everything starts from the first call we had with that. I just ask three things, which is what is their ICP or having a Supergrow 2.0 or the version 2.0, why they were launching, what messaging they want to be or creating around that, or the hype they want to be in the marketing. As because we work with them since January 2025, it's a long time we are working with client, and they were a good, really good job. As because that we knew their ICP, we knew their product, each and every feature we knew already. That's why we are able to save more time, and that's why we are able to create this page entirely in one day with the help of AI, with the help of my excellent team also, and the strategies and the psychology behind it. So as you can see here, they were able to close the biggest deal till now in the start, that they were able to get 1.5k per month from single user or the single company or the single enterprise. And another thing, when they launched their waitlist 2 days ago, and they were able to sign a company worth more than 100 billion. Yes, that billion. I also cannot believe that the single page, which is also created with the help of AI and the human expertise and the strategies behind it, and that single page is able to get those kind of results and the actual revenue in the startup. So I'm really excited to share everything with you in the process. So when I get on a call with them, basically my first questions are that what is their ICP, what the traffic they have, what the messaging they want to play with. And once I get to know that, a simple process is that I just create a Google document, and because to create a quotation. But this time I thought that, and this is our process actually, is that once I get the 50% upfront from any of my client, I do give them the instant gratification or the instant result. I can give them something which they can feel that we started the project or we started progressing in the right direction. So what I did is that I created a quick wireframe for that. As you can see here, I created a wireframe inside the Google document with the help of AI and mostly ChatGPT. As well as I can show you that. Why I'm saying is that, see, I created many clients, individual projects, basically. So I do have many clients projects, and that's the reason I'm able. Okay, let me quickly go through what we have used on that. So coming back, when I want to create a quick wireframe for that, and it will just took me 1 hour to create this entire document with each and every section. As because I use ChatGPT, the AI, I give them the ICP document we have. I give them books which are product-led growth, hooked, and more related to AI startups and B2B SaaS businesses, their fundamentals, their core. And I also added my point of view, my experience throughout working with such $1 million startups in AI industry, that all together give the ChatGPT the actual view of Supergrow 2.0 page, and what is the main core thing they would want to sell, and which thing we are not going to move in that direction. Okay, so when I give that the prompt, as you can see here, ChatGPT is able to give me the sections, exact sections we needed. That there is a hero section with having the fields where we can just capture the leads quickly in the hero section itself. Then there is a proofs and logos, because Supergrow is already a startup where thousands of people were already using in the enterprises. So they do have proof, and that also helps in building a waitlist for the next set of exclusive feature they were about to launch at that time. And employee-led marketing is that they were focusing on, I can show you that exit page, that they were focusing on that everybody is able to create the content, but your actual team of the expertise, like if you have in hierarchies that you have CXO level people, like you have founders, co-founders, and after that you have managers who have really good experience, maybe 10, 15 years of experience, but those people were not creating content on LinkedIn or Instagram, anywhere. So you can leverage their knowledge. And this is basically a trend, as you also seen, is that employee-led growth, employee-led content are doing great. As because if you have 5 or 10 accounts, just talk about your single startup, you will get much larger impressions, much larger eyeballs. And that is the main core they were building Supergrow with. So this is a glimpse of that product, why you need to book and you should join the waitlist. So this is their entire process. Once I created this document, my process goes this way, that I did share this with the client immediately in 1 or 2 hours maybe, and they will quickly go through and told me that we are going into right direction. That's because I already knew their product, I do have access to their analytics, post or Microsoft Garrick and all those things I do have. I did research on that actually. And then once they confirm the sections, the basic wireframe, that's because what many people do mistake is that they will quickly jump on the Figma, they quickly jump on the framework and start creating layouts and visuals and all those things, which making the process lengthier than ever. As we are in the AI era, I do prefer to have quick wins. Like if I'm just able to put 20% of effort, I should be able to get 80% of result in this stuff. So I can leverage that time later on when we needed to have some research, when we needed to have some A/B testing and all those stuff, right? So once I get to know that those are the sections which we can finalize, I did hand over everything to my team, where I have copywriter, where I do have designers, and where I do have low-code website filtered and developers. Basically, we do prefer using Framer and Webflow. For this specific client, they are using Framer. So I do have really expert team over there. What I did is I did have a sync call with them, basically. And I did explain everything about ICP, about targeting and messaging, and why we choose this type of sections and this type of structure. Is because I'm not explaining them we need to have red color or we need to have this kind of scroll animation or the award-winning pages. No, we are not doing that. We are doing the optimization, which is a totally different ballgame, right? So after having a call with my team, they will get to know that we are not building a page. We are building and making a waitlist where we can get and able to get more qualified leads. So if you are the target audience and if you see this page from Supergrow, you will immediately get to know that which features you are lacking of. And if you have this feature early, you will be leveraged and you will be able to create content much better level. So that is the main agenda behind that. And once I did share, we do have this new book. We do create many components, as you can see over here. But we created sections, we created many things. But our process get pushed as because we do have clarity at the very beginning, but that we knew that we are not building a shit, or maybe what I can say in better word is that we are not just building a page or the triple shot. We are creating an action page which helps our client Supergrow to crack $1 billion deals in future, basic. And that we already don't know in the starting phase. And once after doing this, all those things, as you can see here, we have come to this final page. And after having a call with my team, like in between I get another client calls and I move around. And in between, my team worked on the speeches and created visuals. And I'm amazed. Sometimes I love my team, as because what I've expected and what they have created is much better of that. So after having some tweaks, after having some fixes, as because we do have a process where if we are about to deliver a version, we and like me and my team will review internally before submitting to the client. So we can have lesser iterations we can save time for the both the parties. Once we did that, I did share with the client, and client are also supportive at this time, as because they are going good with the speed and with the correct direction. And when they will discuss with their internal in-house team and with their co-founder also, and they will come up with some sections and modifications, as because they knew their product much than us, right? So we did work on those few sections, we did work on those few little things and the visual part, and we are able to done this page in less than 10 hours actually. So this is our process basically, and this is nothing which we are doing excellent. And as you can see in this entire process, starting from the first goal, I did ask questions related to ICP, not related to that do you need a scroll animation or something, right? Which is not in agency basically. And once I drop that call, I immediately start working on the wireframe, as because we need to make sure that we are going into right direction. And then I handed over everything, the strategy, the copy, the design, to my team. So they do have leverage, as because we have documented every proven strategy for AI, SaaS and B2B businesses. We are able to leverage those documents, those proven strategies, when we are working in quick and fast-paced deliveries. And that all thing that we completed copywriting, we completed designing and the development part, as because we are using no-code tool and we are leveraging the AI also. At some places, we can make this entire process very quick in less than a day, I can say. It maybe took us 12 to 16 hours, because on the next day we are able to go live, and that is entire process. And I'm a good believer in using and leveraging AI, but not to relying on AI tool. So this is our entire process, and I'm more than happy to show you the result that simple page got for them. So I will quickly go through this page which we created. So this is the basic hero section, and once you click on that, you will be able to see the lead form, which is getting more qualified leads, as because we have shown the product that if you have 30 minutes of time of your manager, they just need to record a call with this agent, Supergrow agent, and you're able to create 1 month LinkedIn content. And that is crazy for any enterprise, any B2B businesses they were targeting, or the ICPs. On the next section, what we thought is that showing them the fallbacks or the pain points, as because not every person, not every manager is free to create content nowadays. So we shown them that if they have 10,000 followers, if they have 5,000 followers, if they were not posting a content, you're not leveraging their expertise anywhere. So this is their pain section. And then we shown them the solution with attached to the specific pain they have, is that they have content memory, they have centralized workflow, they have team content calendar and analytics of the profiles at one place. So that is all Supergrow 2.0. And we have shown them the data, is that if you are leveraging your employees as your content marketing strategy, you will be able to get 20% higher engagement and the deal size of that. And we have shown some testimonials, and we will have also a CTA at the bottom, as if somebody is exploring, they can just quickly and the details from here itself. So this is a basic page we have created, but behind that we have used proven strategies. We have used AI to get more idea about the ICP, about the messaging, about the research doing on the competitors and all those things. And third is that our team execution, as because they have experience working only for AI and SaaS B2B startups, they already know the business models, the buyer journey, how human psychology works on the website level. And surprisingly, Supergrow is not doing any paid marketing as such. They do have organic traffic from the blogs, from the feature pages. And if you have limited traffic and if you are a bootstrap startup, you are not able to afford more traffic. And if you do have good traffic, you are not in that mindset that you will lose any of that lead. And that's the simple thing or the fundamental thing this page is able to do it. And that's why they've been able to crack just 2 big deals and 8 calls in few days of their launch. And this is the entire process we have done for Supergrow. And surprising fact about their growth is that we have been working with them since January 2025. We have added 60 to 70K in dollars in their direct revenue impact we have made, as because we have revamped their website at the very beginning to match the messaging and the positioning they needed in their niche. Secondly, they do have feature pages which not just show that they do have AI in background to create content, but showing actual usage of that AI agents and models they have for LinkedIn content creation. If you have the real pain point, we need to address that on page, and then people may able to relate and will buy your product, or at least they will give you a try. And after all of that, their trial to conversion rate also grown up, their conversion rate also grown up, and all those results you can see in front of your eyes. And I'm really happy for them to put extra efforts, to put strategies, put my team in place to achieve this results. So do let me know what are all your thoughts if you have any queries in between this process. I'm really happy to share everything we have did for this client or other clients we have worked for so far. So do comment and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, as because that state that I will share my raw process. Whatever we did in the background, I will show you the raw process, the actual process behind having more high converting landing pages, creating funnels for your campaign specific landing pages also. So be ready for that process, breakdowns and impact we did in the revenue and the conversion rate for B2B and AI SaaS. So do subscribe to my channel. That also give me the motivation. Thank you. Bye.